Our Wendy's high school female athlete of the week, a sophomore swimmer from Washburn Rural, and she is having a tremendous season and a tremendous recent stretch as well. 2 individual titles at Centennial League swimming this past week. Her name is Makenna Pritchard, helping Washburn Rural win yet another Centennial League swim title. So, Makenna, before we get into any of the specifics, any of the events, I just have to ask you, now, in your first year as a competitive high school swimmer, obviously lost last season due to COVID-19, to say Centennial League champion next to your name, how does that feel?
It feels amazing. I can honestly say that I didn't expect it for my sophomore year, but it feels really great.
Those specific events, you came away with wins at Centennial League swimming this past week. You had the 100-yard free victory. You also had the freestyle relay victory in the 200 as well. Can you just kind of run us through both of those events and what you thought was clicking so well for you?
Honestly, I went out at City and didn't get the 100 freestyle title or my 50 freestyle title, but, I was really ready to come back at Centennial League and get that title. And I also knew that we have 2 seniors on our relay team that I really wanted to help get one last title. And so I went out and did the best we could, and we got it. So.
We're talking to Makenna Pritchard from Washburn Rural Swimming, our Wendy's high school female athlete of the week. You mentioned not getting the time you wanted in one event once and then being able to rebound and have such a great showing the next time. Can you kind of walk us through what that process was like for you in rebounding from that, the mental aspect, the physical aspect of getting up to a place where you wanted to be this past week?
Yeah. We went from City and I didn't get the time I wanted, but, I had a week to prepare. I told myself, I know I can do it. I've done it before. I've gone out and done some pretty great things this season. So I told myself all I had to do was go out and do it again and show everybody what I could do.
I feel personally, just editorializing here, that having that kind of confidence is such a big deal in swimming because in a way it's such an alone sport. Even in a relay, it's you in the pool and you can't hear much once you go under the water. What is it like for you to try to keep that confidence in mind? Is it something that you just have always had, that natural confidence and being able to say, hey, I can do this? Or is that something you've kind of developed as your swimming career has gone on?
To be honest, it's been something I've had to develop. I'm a big mental person. I'm always in my head. I'm always thinking. So it's been something that I've had to over time develop, and I've had to build the confidence. I've had to tell myself that I know how hard I train and I know how hard I work. So I have to remember that when I'm in the water competing.
Obviously, the freestyle is somewhere where recently and all season you've had so much success, relay and individually. How did you come to find that that was your stroke you wanted to specifically focus on, or would you like to maybe diversify a little bit as your career goes on?
I actually used to be a backstroker, but over time I started working on the sprinting and I started realizing there could be something here. So I started working towards it, and all of a sudden one time I pulled out a 28 in the meet, and I was like, well, looks like I'm doing this solo for a while. So I've continued to do it, and it's been 2 years now. So
Makenna Pritchard is our guest, a sophomore from Washburn Rural Swimming, a Centennial League champion, 2 titles this past week at Centennial League Swimming. She is our Wendy's female high school athlete of the week. When you look back, Makenna, to the beginning of this season, trying to prepare for a full season finally of competitive high school swimming, what were some of the goals you set for yourself going into the year, and how do you think you've done in terms of meeting those goals so far?
Honestly, I told myself at the beginning of the season I just wanted to go out and I wanted to show people who I was. Obviously, I didn't get to do that my freshman year, and I had a couple goals. I wanted to get the city title in the 50 freestyle and the 100 freestyle, but that didn't happen. Which I'm totally okay with, because the girls that got it, we swim close. We're very close to each other. So it's one of those things where I told myself, I didn't get that goal, but I knew I wanted to place another goal for city, and the Centennial League, and I went out and did it. And
how much does the team aspect of this mean to you? You were talking about how close you are with some of your teammates, and earlier you mentioned as well in the relays wanting to win for some of your senior teammates. How important is the team aspect of swimming for you?
It is so important. I was so excited last season to finally be a part of a girls team. Swimming for Topeka Swim Association, it's kind of mixed. We have boys and girls. We have people from all ages, but I finally had people who were close to my age and, who had the same goals as I did, wanted to go out and win things. And so club meets aren't exactly like that. So going out and competing with these girls that are so much like me and they want the same goals is just great. The team aspect is so important to me. They mean so much to me, and I love them all so much.
One last thing for you here, Makenna, and that's looking forward. And obviously, you've still got some time left this year. You've got state tournament coming up and all of that. And you're only a sophomore, so there's plenty of time to go. But is swimming something that you want to keep doing all throughout high school and even beyond that, possibly?
Yes, I'm hoping to go into college for swimming. I want to do it as absolutely long as possible. I'm absolutely in love with the sport, and it's something that I'll do it for as long as possible. It's such a great sport, and I don't see why I would quit.
Well, she is having a fantastic season and a great run through the postseason already as well. Makenna Pritchard from Washburn Rural Swimming. She is our Wendy's Female High School Athlete of the Week after taking 2 individual titles at Centennial League Swimming this past week. Makenna, thank you so much for giving us some time this week. Really appreciate it, and good luck with everything coming up in the future and this season.
Thank you so much.